person, you have a big heart. And I even tell you, when you have a big heart, you make yourself an easy ass target. And sometimes you gotta focus on like, hey, it's not just protect your heart, but it's have to start focus on you. I always have to put your oxygen mask on first when things start getting crazy. Because if you can't take care of you with your big heart, you can't take care of other people. So
Absolutely.
I say as a overall, I'm telling you, if somebody, if introducing you like I'm introducing you now, I'm like, man, this is my sister, this is my love, this is like, I can't remember us having an argument. You know what I mean? Ever having an argument, and it's just even if like our disagreements are just like, it's whatever. We always come to that point where it's okay. I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for all the things that you continue to accomplish.
The joy of children laughing around you. These are the makings of you. It is true, the makings of you.
What's up, good people? How y'all doing? It is your host, Mr. D713 with Everything Culture, back with you for another Makings of You. Tonight, this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, it is my pleasure to introduce Angela Leon, or what I know is Ankie. This is someone special to me. This is my sister. You can call her my cousin, but this is my sister right here. I love her with all my heart. And she's a fan of Makings of You. She's a fan of Everything Culture. So I hope she knows what she's getting into here. I don't know if she have any clinics nearby. I know her, but this is her. She's gonna tell you about her. We're just gonna get into a little bit about her. Here on Makings of You, we talk of it's a deep dive of our guests, our people who join our show before they come into an episode. Open-ended questions, majority open-ended questions, but we might ask some further direct questions through the open-ended questions. But it's just, hey, it's their perspective on their life and how they want to share with us and answer these questions. So how are you doing, Angela?
I am great. Thank you for asking.
Okay, you look great.
How are you doing?
Awesome. I'm pretty well. I can't complain. Look like you're in the festive season over there. So
I am. This is my favorite time of the year.
All right. Okay. See, look at that. We already getting to the questions. You already giving us some answers. There we go. So once again, these majority for the time, these are the same questions. Okay, same questions we ask everybody else that come on, and I may go a little bit further into it, ask you some stuff, but really just answer how you feel like answering. If you feel uncomfortable answering the question, you want to skip it, that's fine.
Okay.
If you and I don't know is the answer. If you don't know, you don't have. This is no test. This is just you. Okay. So we're gonna get off in the first one.
Can I definitely be me though? With my, I gotta
be you. Oh, I wish I would have known. I would have. Nah, I'm already a little sleepy. Okay, I don't need anything right now. We'll join it with the happy hour, but treat yourself. That's what it's all about. So, first question: how would you describe yourself?
As loving, caring. If I wanted to give myself a title, I'm more like a service provider, which is kind of may sound weird. I love doing things for others. I like seeing people smile. Even if it's something that they struggle with or not struggling with, as long as I see them smile because I had a hand in helping them in some type of way, that's me. That's how I would describe myself.
What do you identify as?
Meaning what?
That's an open-ended question, like I said.
What do I do? A woman? No. A woman, a strong, beautiful Black woman at that.
Okay, all right. Thank you. What's your sign or zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
So I know we're leaning in January. I know that. Okay. I don't know what's the guy. I don't know much about them, but I know you.
31st.
Okay. Got it. So, how would you define your childhood and your upbringing?
My childhood and upbringing was it was good. It was fun. It was loving. It kept me busy. I was raised by a single mother of 3 girls, and then my little brother yourself came along. But I was the boy before you. I was the boy my mom never had.
Mm.
So therefore, all the hard, get down and dirty work was me. And even to this day, it's the same way. I'm the mom's not feeling good or something. We take turns going down there, hanging out with her, making sure she's good. I'm the one that she has a handyman and a yard man named Tony Terrell. I'm Tony Terrell.
Shout out to Tony, man.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Terrell. I'm the Tony Terrell. Whereas my other sister, Shanae, she'll go down there. They can go after dinner. They can go out get their nails done. They can hang out and watch Lifetime movies. Meanwhile, I'm Ankie, can you go outside and pour a slab of cement out there and get it set up for for a patio? I'm like, serious? Okay, yes, ma'am. And it's always yes, ma'am. And yes, I I had a really great relationship with my father. Rest in peace. My father was taken away in oh goodness 1997. Murdered on Mother's Day of 1997, and that was very difficult for me because I was a big daddy's girl as well. Although my mom and father, from what I know, were divorced when I was in kindergarten. Therefore, I never had. I lived in the house obviously with them up until that time, and then they went their separate ways. But I was always a big daddy's girl. My daddy did absolutely zero wrong, right? So no matter what he and my mom went through or whatever, that was still daddy to me. So I had a really, really, really good relationship with my father as well as my grandmother, my daddy's mom, what I would call Big Mama, and then my grandparents, which we share. And I love my relationship with my grandfather because my grandfather was that other daddy figure in my life. And to upset him or disappoint him or something like that was like overly devastating to me. If I did something wrong, I didn't have no business. And he, from what I understand, being the age that I am, I have never, ever, ever, and can't remember him ever whooping me. Never disciplined me other than yelling at me or something. And oh Lord, that was worse than a whooping. He yelled at me. I'm like, oh my God, Earth is ending. Grandpa just hollered at me. Yeah. And they tell a story. I have a nickname as well from my grandfather. We all have nicknames. I'm either the nickname of woman or the nickname of honey. And I always wanted to know, why did you call me? Why am I honey? Why is my nickname honey? It was because he was getting ready to whoop me on something I did. He was getting ready to whoop me, and I'm like, oh, honey, don't whoop me, honey. Honey, don't whoop me. I don't know what made me say that to my grandfather at that young, tender age of probably 3 or 4. But I said, don't whoop me, honey. And he didn't whoop me. That's created the name Honey for me. So
you done heard it from someone. Someone. Don't tell her what you was watching. Maybe grandma said it or something. Estelle.
Grandma, I told my mom I think grandma had kids to have grandkids to whoop. Because her whoopings was serious, man. That was a whooping that I did never want nobody to have. And she was a Tupperware sales distributor and stuff. She did Tupperware, and I swear to God, I hate seeing those cake containers. That's like devastating to me if I see it, that plastic cake container, and it has this little plastic Tupperware thing that latches on so your top don't come off.
Yeah.
She took that off, and that was like the whooping utensil.
Let me fix my face, okay? Because if it was someone else, I might have to have a little bit more passion for. But okay, so once again, I know you, but they don't know you.
I'm still devastated. Don't even bring up Tupperware to me.
Okay. What's it called? What's them ladies that stop by try to sell you stuff? None of that. You just do foil. That's what you do. You don't do no plasticware. You just do okay.
Oh, I respect. No. Don't pull that out. I be there.
So, and I know we could talk about childhood. We can bring this up, and perhaps even when we do our episode, the extended episode. But
yeah.
I mean, you mentioned siblings. So how many siblings do you have, and where do you fall within the lineage of your siblings?
Well, I have an older sister. I have a sister named Tanya and my sister Shanae.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's myself. I'm the third sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my dad had a daughter. Her name is Melanie Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And she, I want to say, is maybe her birthday's in January. My daughter's birthday's in April. So they're like about 4 months apart.
Hmm.
Yeah, and she's a beautiful, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. And then when I continue on with my extended family and siblings, I consider you. You're my brother.
Thanks.
Oh, just
Okay.
cute self.
Okay.
So that being said, I consider myself I would be what, third out of five.
Yes. Yeah. So, but
So
growing up, you were the youngest though. Like, and let's say, when did you stop becoming the youngest? Because how old were you when I started living with, Aunt Brenda?
oh my, when did you start living with her? In eighth grade?
Eighth grade. That was in 1999. 1999.
Ooh, geez. Um, well, I was born in '73, so you do the math. Um,
So 26.
yeah, that's
Okay.
how long.
Okay. So you was the baby for 26
Here you
years.
go,
Like,
interrupting the program.
yeah, trust me. And once again, I can tell, you was cool, and sometimes with some animosity that I felt. I didn't
Yeah,
care. I didn't care, but I was like,
I know. I
well,
felt the way because what Mama let you get away with, we did not get away with that. I felt some type of way.
oh yeah, you said that numerous times, and I thought, oh, she just joking. It was one time you really called out on something, and it nothing happened still. And I'm like, well, she really is hating. But it's
I
okay.
get my whole back bust in if I was did or said something you did. Not, he's a boy. He can do that. And I don't care.
And that's something, we talk about on this show quite often is gender roles, and we come from a family that holds some gender roles, and
Lord, yes.
and I'm like, hey, once again, I was chopping wood just like when you were in the house. I was like, my homeboys just hate coming around because it's like you go do some work when you come around to my crib, just saying.
Wow.
But hey, once again, it's not about me.
But
We
I
back.
didn't see that though. I didn't
Exactly,
see
but it's
it.
cool. It's cool. I don't
Brandon don't
take it.
need to mow the yard because his allergies gonna flare up.
Man, let me tell you, I wish we knew about Zyrtec back in the day. Okay, so where do you consider home?
Tyler.
Tyler, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It's Texas. Okay. Any part of Tyler?
North Tyler.
All right. I'm just out of
NAWL.
NAWL. Okay, the North. All
North.
right. So growing up, I know you mentioned some already. So, but growing up, did you have any chores?
Yes. Indeed, I did. We had chores. Obviously, keeping our room clean because my mom being a single mother, that she been a single mother, she worked all these different jobs, multiple jobs. So of course, it was her main objective to make sure when she got home, she didn't have to do any other chores like cleaning and stuff like that. I mean, we barely cooked anything at that time. Mama did most of the cooking, but overall, laundry was done, the vacuuming, the dusting, the yard was well manicured, and knowing that her yard is a whole acre backyard.
Be trying to tell people.
Yes, Tanya, Shanae, and myself would put markers in the yard. We would do a third of the yard apiece, right?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, we worked smarter, not harder. But Shanae and Tanya, being who they were, would move my marker up some. So I had more yard. And I didn't know no better. And if one of them saying gonna play with you because you arguing with me about my marker, I didn't want that type of problem. So I was still mow half of the yard, and they done mowed about this much, and I'm coming out looking like a twig because this skinny because I done mowed the whole acre backyard damn near by myself. But yeah, we had chores, we did all that. I mean, I could tell you so many stories of us in the chore process, but I take up all your night.
Once again, this is you. This is what we talking about. This is your episode right here. Nobody else can take it from you. Okay, so hell, you feel like talking. I'm listening. Trust me, and I ain't gonna show this until I record them too, because their story may want to change if it comes up.
Thank you. No, Shanae tell you about the time she put me in the dryer when we were doing laundry. I'm telling you, we were so extra. Me and Shanae were Tanya was out doing her own thing most of the time. Me and Sinead was out. Me and her been like this, and we like this to this day, right? And for her to, if she ever was to tell me something like, "I ain't gonna play with you," oh,
Mm-hmm.
that was devastating to me. Sinead got to play with me, right? So she's like, "I ain't gonna play with you if you don't get in the dryer." I'm like, "Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to." She said, "Well, we got to know how the clothes feel, Ankie." And I'm like,
No, I never knew this one.
"We got to know."
I never
Yeah,
knew
we need to know how the
Shanae was a
clothes.
mischievous one.
Oh Lord, yeah, she was sneaky. Sinead was a throw rock hide your hand person at that age. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I get in the dryer and it's already kind of warm because we just took out some towels. So I get in there. She turns it on, and I'm in the and she goes in to sit down in the living room. I'm beating on the dry bed on the dry. Help, get me out of here. She left me. I don't know how long I was in there. But I was long enough to have burns on my shoulder blades and stuff because I was like flipping all around in there. It was major. It was real major. And I don't know what was happening, but Mama,
I'm about to say
I'm in
the
the bedroom.
ass whooping
Mama
that came
coming there
from
to bring
this.
me something. What?
The ass whooping that probably came from this.
Yeah, Sinead got it. I
You
didn't
didn't get
get
one
it.
either? Wow,
I
okay.
didn't get it because my shoulders was all bubbled up with burns and stuff. So she got on to me about being so damn dumb. Hell wrong with you, you ignorant ass, you big silly dumb. That was devastating to get called all the names. I'm like, oh, okay then. You sure right. I guess I ain't getting back in the dry again. No,
And,
I ain't getting in the dry no more. Hell, bet not.
and for the people that's listening to this, that's not part of our family. You have to understand. I tell people we've had verbal abuse in the family. I've said it before. It's like the way we hear things and talk, it come off a little harsh. Maybe y'all can understand that it's not only me when I'm talking about this. Okay. Once again, always thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Don't tell nobody else that though.
Man, okay. Like,
I just told all of everything, culture, and earth. And don't tell nobody else.
Who's ever listening, but it's still love. It's still love.
I survived.
Man, for real.
I'm here to tell the story.
So, what were and what are your beliefs?
My beliefs are honesty first.
Okay.
Honesty first, integrity, respect, and definitely respect of my elders, and unconditional love.
Okay. Love it. What was an impactful moment in your life?
Ooh. Good or bad, right?
Good or bad, absolutely.
Oh my. One impactful moment in my life was the birth of my child, my daughter. That made me grow up. That made me grow up. That made me be a better female. Because I'm always gonna be a woman. I mean, I'm always gonna be a female. I'm like that. I'm always be a female. Maybe be a better woman. My bad.
Okay.
Maybe be a better woman because I would go out to the clubs all the time. I would drink beer. I was a beer head for sure. I'm a wino now, but I love beer then, and I would stay out. I would go to the clubs. I would kick it. I would do dangerous things that I probably shouldn't even be here today to tell the story behind. So when I had my daughter and saw her, needing me and looking up to me, and I became a single mother like my mother did. I knew there was no wiggle room. There was no room for error. My sole purpose was make sure she was good. My sole purpose. That was my good thing. The next impactful moment for me was, and it also, it's still the same thing too with my daughter. She was another impactful moment came with her as well when she fell through a glass table. And they literally told me that she lost so much blood she wasn't supposed to be here today. Where she severed her carotid artery in her arm, falling through the glass table, and being unresponsive for back and forth. But all she kept saying is, she had, and I know this may sound weird, and I may not even want to be saying it on camera or whatever, but she had my aunt Winnie and my aunt Niecy go to her, telling her over her saying, you can't leave your mom and your daddy right now. You can't leave your mom and your daddy right now. She literally told me. I told you what you said about the tissue earlier.
I told you it can get like that. It can get like that.
Yeah, she tells me a Niecy and a Winnie told her she couldn't leave.
Wow.
And Winnie had just recently passed, and Niecy had been passed a little longer. I had already passed. Therefore, I knew Niecy was really, she was crazy about London because that was like her first little girl kind of relationship she had. Because, you know, I was close to Niecy and grandma and all, and I was coming out there. She just thought London was everything with the pretty hair and the light skin and all that. She was crazy about it. But she said that's who kept coming to her, telling her to wake up. She can't leave right now. And that also, and I was at work during that time. That it took a lot for me to even go back to work.
Yeah,
I was on FMLA and all that stuff, but I didn't want to never leave my child ever again.
Yeah,
because if this is what's gonna happen to you when I ain't around, I can't go nowhere.
Yeah,
I can't go. That was my impactful moment. You know, just being a mother, and then at that point being a mother hen. And I still think about certain things to this day that incorporate me as that mother hen of her. Even though she's an adult, I still be mother hen over her because of certain things. I'm scared if I let you go, something's gonna happen. It's like a subliminal kind of thing that's like in the back of my head all the time. And now I have 2 grandchildren. I think the same way about them. And
this is. I'm glad we're doing this.
Huh?
I'm glad we're doing this. You know, we're gonna have to have that. This make a lot of sense on some other things that we talk about. You know.
Yeah.
And I remember that event. I'll talk about it. There's a reason why I don't have glass tables in my houses now. You know, I just don't like glass just because of that.
Absolutely. I got rid of that glass table, and I've never owned a glass table since. My table right now is a hard marble top. And it scared me that if the kids climbing up on it, I'm scared they're going to knock their brains out. At this point, because it's all, I'm like, oh.
It's like when those kids. Yeah, I remember I was in college. I was at U of H when I got the call and the update, and I'm like, oh Lord, and it just freaked me out. I was walking from Cullen. I was walking from class, going to Cullen Oaks to visit a friend and study with somebody. And I remember getting that call. And same thing. Whew.
And you know it's an impactful moment for you as well, you know, in hindsight, because you knew exactly what you were doing and where you were going.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said that was one of my impactful moments in my life, too. And for me to make a change in how I carry things. So I had glass tables at that time, you know, and I was like, no, I don't want to have them no more because of, you know, what happened to my little cousin, you know, a niece, you know, how the case may be. But, yeah, that was something I won't forget either. But wow, you know, I wouldn't wonder how she feels about it. And that once again, but you know, we go back to Ankie or Angela right here with the Amazing View. So, if you had a theme song, what would it be?
Leandria Johnson. Oh gosh, Deliver Me.
Deliver You. Okay. Deliver Me. Okay, Deliver Me.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever heard it?
I probably have. You know, Leandra, that's the one. She used to be our choir director at my church in Houston.
Leandria Johnson did?
She used to be the choir director up there. And is this the same one I'm thinking of? Dark skin, somewhat heavy set?
She won on Sunday's Best.
I may be wrong, but I don't know.
Leandria Johnson won on Sunday's Best, and I want to say she was from Atlanta.
Okay, it's not the same one. I'm gonna keep that in just to let y'all show that I need to listen to more gospel music. But but I won't make sure to check it out though. I won't make sure to check it out.
I can let you hear a little bit of it if you want.
Oh, we don't need it right now. I'm gonna get it. Trust me. Yeah, I got something for us for that. But
all right.
Okay. So how do you define joy?
Oh man, joy to me is just laughter, fun, excitement. Just I don't know, whatever I feel in my heart, what my heart feels. The joy is, I guess, how my heart is feeling, how my gut feeling is about something that made me smile.
Mm, thank
Genuine.
you. Okay. Okay. So, what privileges do you benefit from?
Oh God. Being a very nice person. I benefit from being open and honest. And a lot of people don't mind doing something or helping out or sowing a seed into someone that they know they could trust.
Mm, okay.
I benefit that. So I guess did I answer that question? Was that what you were asking?
No. That's perfect. That's perfect. It's once again. This is when you think of joy. What do you think of? What comes to mind? What do you know? How would you tell other people? You know, if someone that's never heard of the word joy before, how would you explain it to them? I guess that's the best way I can put it. So that's where that question come from. Because I think everyone has a different perspective of what joy is and how it makes them feel. So
Right.
I was trying to see what each person. All right. So if you could live in a bubble with no prejudice or problems, would you?
No.
Okay. Okay. And that's one of the direct questions. You know, you can elaborate if you want to, but that was a very, when it comes with direct.
And that was very firm, hard no.
Man, I'm with it. Okay. What are you responsible for?
I'm responsible for me and my happiness and my joy.
Mm, okay. Okay. No, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but it's a question. I'm gonna get it out there. How are you
Okay.
disciplined growing up?
Tongue, butt whoopings and sunglasses and punishment,
Okay.
being grounded.
Okay. So you got a
All
little.
the above.
Okay. No, I'm about to say.
A, B, C, and D, and E. I mean, we really can go to Z, but I'm gonna go on and let go and let God.
Do you believe it was effective? Would you change any of it or certain parts of it?
Nope. And I believe it was extremely effective, and I wouldn't change a thing.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Who were and who are your role models?
My mom, Brenda Simmons, my sister, Shanae Baxby, and you, Brandon DeMondre.
They put my whole government out here. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. D713.
That'll work too. But
Oh,
but thank you. And who?
Sheila
Sheila.
Chapman, my godmama.
Oh man, awesome. I mean, you listed several awesome women that I always try to put y'all on the highest of pillars and pedestals because I'm well. I say this is making you, but I would say some great people we have in our family and in our circle, including yourself. And thank you for putting me out there as well. I really appreciate that. But I'm glad to have a circle of love and success that we have.
If this wasn't about me, I can elaborate on you a whole lot more.
No, not about me because people go. They already know I already got a big head of myself.
About me, I can elaborate on you.
But thank you.
So it's gonna be about me. So
Okay.
whoever watching have to know how I am about my little brother, how proud I am of you. You are a remarkable person.
Thank you, sis. Trust me, I'm trying to think how I'm gonna I already think about what I'm gonna use as the photo for our episodes and stuff like that. But I got one in mind. So, if you could start over in life, would you?
No.
Okay. How do you relax?
You serious right now? No.
That's a question. That's a question. Okay. So what you sipping? So let's say, what are you sipping?
I'm sipping Moscato.
You put a strawberry at the bottom or something?
No, I don't have it anymore, but I put grapes in the bottom before.
Okay.
And you eat the grapes out of it. You don't let them ferment, just sit in there because it ain't gonna do nothing for them. But if you put some grapes in, you eat it. It's almost like a whole different type of intoxication. It's really good.
I don't know how you.
That's my relaxation.
One of my previous guests, shout out to Noemi with Coffee with Curls. She said you should freeze the grapes, then put them in there. I do. She was. I did the same. I did the exact same thing. I like. I never thought about that.
Yeah, can't wait to go back to Albany. Yes. I'm on it.
Okay. All right. When did you realize you were different?
Ooh. I can't make a specific insert, but I can say when I saw people judging others, when I saw people pointing the finger at other people, and I don't know. When I see stuff like that, I know I'm different because I don't judge nobody. I allow them to be who they are. The only time I would back off on somebody that everybody else and I already backed off is if they did something to me. If they did something to me to hurt me when I know good and well I did everything to make you, did everything to show you how much I cared.
Yeah.
That you didn't have to be a different person around me.
Yeah.
You could be who you are. That's when I knew I was different because I didn't shy away from the people that everybody looked at or frowned upon. I still wanted to show them a level of love and compassion because I believe everybody deserves it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
But
Thank you.
still, they mess up.
Yeah. Okay. What is a quote that you live by?
Oh my. Act like a woman, think like a man.
Oh Lord. Did Steve Harvey come up with that or was that before Steve Harvey?
Oh no, I know I got it from him. Now where it originated from, I don't know if it was him or someone else. But I definitely have a male thought process in a lot of things I do.
Okay. We hear it. We see it. Okay.
But I definitely act like a woman now.
Okay. But you think like a man. At least you try to. You try.
I try, yeah.
You try. So I don't know how some of these men thinking anyway. You know, I'm like, I don't want to say like, when they like after, you know, when the wife asked me, sometimes what am I thinking about? I literally be thinking of the most wildest stuff. I'm like, man, I said, if you put like, I can't even think, I'll be thinking just if tacos are tacos considered sandwiches? That's something just random I've been thinking. I'll be really in deep thought about that. And I'm like you asked, that's exactly what was on my mind at the time. You don't know what I'm thinking about.
Because it's a shell on both sides?
Well, technically, like, you know, you've seen some people say are hot dog sandwiches because it's really a piece of bread, you know, and it with meat in between. So why would you call it something different? So would a taco be the same thing? You know, is once again, it's something you ain't got to think about.
Yeah, I ain't, but it's just like that thing that we had a conversation about that time on what goes on top of your Lunchable.
So how Lunchables should go, once again, it's the cheese, the meat, then the cracker. That's the proper way. But I know there's some people in the world like.
But who told you that?
Man, that's how my tongue told me that. My tongue told me that. The taste, the flavor buds.
So I feel like it's the cracker at the bottom, obviously. Cracker, your cheese, and your meat on top of the cheese. Because when you bite into your cracker, you bite into it, the cheese ain't going up in your teeth immediately. You got your meat that's buffering that cheese going in your teeth. So that's what I feel like. I think you should have your cheese, your meat, your cheese, and then your cracker. So when you bite into it, you getting all the burst of flavors in your mouth, and you ain't got all this stuff up in your teeth. Go ahead on. I
would say you just need to brush your teeth more often then. But hey, that's another thing, you know.
Well, when you're taking your first bite, you ain't supposed to go brush your teeth after the first bite.
Perhaps. Well, that's what all that's for. You know, the flavor savers. You know, you got to get. You know. But that's me. I'm also one of those people. I lick all my fingers when I eat. But that's another thing we'll talk about. Okay, since we're talking about Lunchables and crackers and food and how we eat, come to my favorite question, and that is, what if you had the opportunity to make your last meal? Anybody can make it for you. Okay, anybody can cook it for you. What would your last meal be, and who would prepare it for you?
My last meal would be my mom's dressing.
Okay.
Her dressing, and a German chocolate cake
Okay.
for my mama. I would
Okay.
have my Aunt Didi, smoke me a ham,
Okay.
and make me some pinto beans with ground meat. And I don't
Okay.
know, it's something she put in that is a different type of flavor that I've never tasted. She has not yet given me what that one flavor is. I've had 1,000,001 pots of red beans and rice with the ground meat and all that, but it's a flavor that she got in hers that I ain't never tasted with
Ain't
nobody
no
else.
telling what it gonna be. I'll tell you that now.
At all. Don't play with my Angela. At all, but it's so good. Don't play. It is so good. And then I would have oh my late Aunt Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely want her English pea salad
Mm.
and her potato salad.
Mm.
And my cousin Carlos fried chicken.
Oh, I never had Carlos fried chicken before. I'm gonna have to check him out now. I'll check him out now.
You will. Me and him had a fried chicken off one day. We had a cook off on fried chicken. And I cheated a little bit, but I didn't tell him until after everybody said I won. But I went to Albertsons.
Wow.
They had a pre-seasoning on it, right? They had a pre-seasoning on the chicken. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it was, but it was so good on there. And I had fried it before, and everybody was talking about how good it was. So this time he was like, "Oh, everybody talking about your chicken good. Let's do a fried chicken cook-off." I'm like, "Okay, bet." I went over to Albertsons, and while he wasn't at home, I didn't put the flour on so you can see it was already pre-seasoned.
Wow.
I put the flour on. I wound up telling the truth. I had to be honest after the fact.
Hey.
Junior said, "I seen some stuff on that, Dad." Shut your mouth. Hey. So I wound up having to tell the story.
Man.
But his chicken would go hard.
Okay, I'm gonna check him folk out when I come up there. I know his eldest just asked for his Christmas present out the blue this morning. And I'm like, you don't ever early ask for nothing, so I'm gonna get it for you. I'm gonna get it something, please.
But I'm surprised he hit me with nothing, but I had already let him know my situation will come around here.
But it's hard to say. It's hard to say no to him, man. It's hard to say no to him. So of course I'm obliged. Of course I'm obliged.
And his middle. It's hard to tell them no.
I know. Well, you know what? I take that back. I'm tripping. It was his middle. It was the middle one. It was the middle one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the middle one.
Them two, y'all can get y'all 3 hot and cotto.
Oh yeah. They all of them good kids, man. They all got their own different personalities, and I love my family so much. But no matter what they do, the daddy's the throatest one. Like
period.
So you mentioned at the very beginning of our recording, your favorite season. So what is your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Okay. Is there a particular year that's like, I will never forget this year? This year Christmas. Like, what year is that, and tell us about it?
I can't be specific on the year. I just know that I was a little girl. We were all little kids. Me, Shanae, and Tiny were little kids. Mm-hmm. And this is before my mom redid her front room. She had red carpet in there. Mm. You remember? Because it was red carpet, then it was green carpet, and then whatever.
Okay. So I know she changed it all the time still to this day, though. Go ahead.
I don't even know what it was last week. But we were little bitty girls. Me and Shanae still had twin-size beds in one room. And Tanya had her room in that back far right room. But anyway,
yeah.
My dad came over. So I want to say I may have been in kindergarten or maybe first grade. Mm-hmm. So maybe 40 years ago. I'm 47 now, so yeah, maybe about 40 years ago.
Yeah, that was before my time.
Yeah, indeed it was. And my dad came over and surprised us, had on this red velvet 3-piece suit as Santa Claus. He was like a black Santa Claus, right? He had this red velvet suit on, this red fedora, whatever they call it, red hat. Mm-hmm. And Shanae got a baby alive. I got something, that was like the most awesome Christmas ever. That was the time we seen my mom and dad in the same room again.
Wow.
We had been dealing with the separation of them two for however long. I don't know how long it had been. But now we're excited because they're both back in the room and Daddy is Santa Claus. Oh my God. Do y'all see what's happening? You know, that was like, they probably could have been arguing, fussing, and fighting the whole time while we sleep. But when we got up, so we got up and we went in that room and seen all these toys and seeing my daddy, how he was dressed. That was everything for me. That was the Christmas that I would never, ever, ever, ever forget. And one impactful Christmas was when my Aunt Gwen had a fight with a lady at Broadway Square Mall to get me this Cabbage Patch dog. Aunt Gwen and I were very, very close. So Aunt Gwen will beat she'll kill a bear behind me. So this woman Aunt Gwen grabbed the Cabbage Patch dog. That's all I wanted for Christmas was a Cabbage Patch dog that year.
Mm-hmm. Was this like in the late 80s?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, early 80s. I want to say maybe early 80s or so.
Okay. No, I think you're right. I think it's right. I think you're right. Yeah.
So she grabbed the door, the lady grabbed it and snatched it out of Aunt Gwen's hand. You can just imagine that thought process alone, right?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know Aunt Gwen. You know, I keep telling Afton, I'm like, you can't write when Aunt Gwen mindset changed. I think that's when her first grandbaby started to come around or something. Yeah. You know, some changed, something clicked in her that like she became just much more sweeter. But you don't remember old Aunt Gwen. You never met her. You never met her.
You know, you ain't met her. Yeah. And she probably, I would say she didn't want me, but yes, she would have wanted to meet her because Aunt Gwen go down through there for you. Period.
She still had it in her. Don't forget.
Oh Lord, yes. Oh my goodness. I feel sorry for a lot of people.
Like
everybody got called something, and the fight came with it. Kind of.
I used to tell people, I was like, man, I'd rather get a whooping than get cussed out by. I mean, like, why did you talk to me like that? what did I even deserve for all of that? You know.
Oh my God. And then you get this deep voice like this. You're like, whoa, where you come from?
I joke around all the time. I'm saying, I used to think Uncle Burrow and Samuel Jackson was the same person.
No way.
Think about it. Like, they both had so many of the same mannerisms and they cursed a lot. Skinny, bald-headed black men, or they gonna have the hair on the side, wear the tinted shades and glasses, and just cuss like it didn't matter in the world. Like, they just went at it. And like, then to be surprised when I started cursing. I'm like, what did y'all think was gonna happen?
Hey, homeboy, you told me that word I just used, the F word with the exclamation mark about 10 times behind it. You told me that.
That's easily. You can't say I got that from school and my friends. No, I'm the kid going to school and they getting it from me. That's how it's working. It comes from my household. I'm the creator for that.
We got me the doggone Cabbage Patch dog. That was the best, another Christmas for me.
And I laugh about that because I wanted to record it. I wanted to release it because I got a screen capture that I used when I was doing some research about the Cabbage Patch doll craze that was happening in the 80s. And I thought that stuff was fake. I didn't think, like, this stuff ain't nothing new with Black Friday. This stuff been happening. Like, people like beating people up with bats. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm sure, but now I know that you my family is part of it. That's why I'm like,
and Gwen wasn't playing no games. Oh, that woman snatched that doll out of her hand because Poo Poo, which is my another nickname, I got about 32. But Poo Poo wanted a Cabbage Patch doll. Therefore, Poo Poo was getting that Cabbage Patch doll, and a fight came with it. And the woman did not walk out of there with that Cabbage Patch doll. I did. It was just a little tear in the top of the box, but I was cool because they had fought over for a bit. But my daughter's name was Joni Fran.
Yeah, you better love it. What was the name?
Joni Fran.
Joni Fran. Okay. Do you know what Joni Fran at today?
Not a damn clue.
Okay. You know, it's all good.
But if I ain't going with her to ask me that question, yes, ma'am, it's at mama house on so I would lie my ass off. When you fought for that doll, I'll be there.
Keep it forever. You better pass that down throughout the family. KK better have it.
KK first doll.
Exactly. For real. How would you want people to remember you?
Fun, loving, unconditional type of love, though. Okay. And nurturing.
All right. All right. And this is the last question here.
What
How
else
would
that wrong with this?
I know we still can go. Like, trust me, we this is what we do. We chop it up. We always come back. We have our conversations and we do our FaceTimes. But it's something that this is like just a little snippet, so everybody else can get to know you. That's the thing about. Cause remember, when you start to drink, I know you gonna start talking. Then you can be like, hey, can you edit that out? And I'm like, hey, it's man, this is work editing, okay? But we still have fun. But
So far, keep every damn thing.
no, exactly. We good. We in this thing. This may be the easiest edit. I'm just gonna throw a few things in there here and there, but I'm gonna keep it straight uncut. This may be the director's cut.
Okay.
How would you describe your culture?
My culture is, I want to say my culture is divided. My culture is divided because at this moment, they don't know what they want. They know what they want, but they don't know how to always achieve what they want without the fight come with it mentality. And especially with the recent election, I saw so much in that point, in a level of division. Some people, initially when we had President Obama, it was like we were all coming together at that point because we have a black president. Then we get Dump Trump in office. He gets in office and he made sure the division happened. He made sure he showed who he was and tried to point the finger at who we was by trying to give us money with the stimulus and with this and with that. This all they want. They just want money. As long as you give them something, they'll be all right. They'll act right. And then when we got Biden, who started running for office, everybody's seeing at this point, Trump really don't care about us. He's just really trying to pacify us for other reasons. They start seeing the real him. Then we start seeing all the racial tension of the police officers really escalating their behavior and killing us and all this and another. And he never once even wanted to go to a funeral. He never once said anything that, well, to me, I didn't see it. It could have been times when it was done, but I didn't see it because I'm only speaking about Angela, right? At this point, I didn't see him do a whole lot of stepping out in the forefront of saying, I hate this happened to this person and owning what these bastards did.
Right.
He did not call them out on that. But we had President Obama who did just that. He didn't care about all that media. He didn't care about politics. He didn't care about nothing. He cared about the blood that shit was shit.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it. And now, prayerfully, Biden is going to come in and care enough to do the same that Obama did. But at the same time, I don't know what he's going to do. We don't know what nobody's going to do until they actually get behind their desk.
Yeah.
We know what they said during the protest. I mean, during the campaign. We know what that was done at, and we know how ridiculous their open forum was when they did their debates or whatever. At the same time, I think that we're a divided culture, and I really feel like we need to become more cohesive when it comes to saving our lives. If you're serious about our lives, start being a little more cohesive. Don't divide us, because if you divide, we get conquered immediately.
I love it.
We get ran over.
I love it. Love it. Yes. And once again, whoever's listening, I did not prep her to say any of these things once again, but all of that being said, I enjoyed all of this. I am so happy for you able to join me this evening, and everyone else is whenever they're listening to it, either through the audio ways or they're able to see each other, see us on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, follow, listen and share on all platforms if possible. And, is there anywhere you want to share where they can find you, or just they can catch you through me, however you want to say it? How can we, any shout outs you have for us out here in the world?
I really don't have any shout outs. I'm you. I'm wherever Everything Culture is posting me. Then I'm on the coattail of Everything Culture. I think Everything Culture is absolutely necessary, and I'm not trying to do no plugs, no inserts, and nothing like that. I truly believe in Everything Culture. I wouldn't be on here today if I didn't believe in it. And I
Thank
believe
you,
in you, and I
sis.
believe in your honesty and your integrity of the Everything Culture brand. So that being said, I don't need to spin off to nothing else. I'm
Okay.
good with Everything Culture.
Thank you, and we good with you. And the whole purpose why we do this show is so we can get to know each other. And through the makings of you, it's get to know you. So when we do our episode, I'm gonna put something together for us. Be some fun. I may, I ain't gonna tell you. Like, it gotta be a surprise to you too. But it's gonna be something we gonna all gonna enjoy. We all gonna enjoy it. That's what I say. But I love having my family members join me for this,
You
and
probably don't want to tell me because you scared I'm gonna tell somebody.
you
I ain't gonna
will.
tell them.
See, that's something else she didn't tell when like she didn't ask how I describe her, but
Right.
it's all those things plus just sprinkle a little bit that more in it.
Can I
And
ask you that question? Can I ask you that question?
if you want to answer, go ahead.
Let me ask you that question. What do you when you see Angela as your sister, your whomever, whatever you want to define it as,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put a pin in you to tell me, think about it. How would you define me?
Okay, we're gonna do a quick commercial break, y'all. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
If you're looking for the latest fedoras, lashes, purses, and other accessories, make sure to check out B Chic Accessories. You can find them on Instagram at bchic_accessories. All right, we're back, y'all. So the question was, how would I describe my sister Angela? And I would say, how do I describe it to a perfect stranger? Um, I would say she's energy. She is a ball of energy. So if you see somebody's usually maybe a little loud, I wouldn't say want to be a center of attention, but she's here to have fun. Okay, that's how I would say. She's here to have fun. Sweet, kind. She's gonna make you laugh one way or another. Either she gonna make you laugh, or she gonna make you like, what is going on over there? Beautiful approach. Even though you do, like I said, it's been when they catch you. You read the room. It's not like you're gonna be just It's not like you're gonna be because no, I wouldn't say you're just gonna be just outlandish because you may be outlandish sometime. And no, because I was gonna say, and I could be the same thing. We're both representatives of Brenda Simmons, and I would think about like it was a time where shout out AJ and what name was she go and Rubes from they both been on the show when we went to their baby shower for little Carson, and I think back of it now, myself included and Aunt Brenda were both acting some fools that day, both of us. It was like, and and the wife was kind of pointed out, like, y'all both being loud, y'all both. And I'm like, we were both being loud. But we were both having fun. We was there and was doing it out of love. And you do the same thing. We do things out of love. We do things, try to keep the party going. We're entertainers. We're expressive, but we're also expressive with our feelings and our emotions. We're all criers. We all care about people overly, sometimes too much. We care about people more than they know they even care about themselves at times, and it can be weakness and flaws within ourselves. Let's see. When it comes down to it, you're a family person. If you usually gonna see you. I'm talking to the other person. You're gonna see her with family, on an outing, or with you. Especially, she's very close with sister. They're like two peas in a pod, and she supports. If it's something family do, like, and all these things you're talking about, the makers of you, what we just have now, is kind of influence once again to who you are. It makes a lot of sense. Because you're not only you got that part that you'll fight just like a Gwen will fight for you. You also got that part where you're overly caring and you're scared to let people fly on their own because of the experience you've had, impactful moments in your life. So all these things kind of coincide to who you are. That's what it's saying, and that's exactly why we have these questions here. It's like you'll be surprised, and when you take the time out and look at your life, the things you've had. You're a person that we can sit down. We always can talk about memories and experiences we've had, and because we once again they kind of go to that emotional and sentimental values we have. Like even during this recording we have, and sorry for the people that's not able to hear us right now or see us right now, but I see you still got the painting of our grandmother right there. behind you. I've been paying attention at the whole recording, you know. So all these things that we have is so important. Like here, I have mine's digital, but I have all these pictures of family that scrolls by. I have on Sheila, I have on Brenda, I have John Tay, I have you, and this is certain things. Even when I do the show, because when I talk about everything culture, and I have to include my culture, and my culture is y'all. So it's like, and I can say we're searching and we're still learning, we're still finding ourselves, and even we have some division between one another. It's not as bad as some other folks, and then it's not perfect like we want to be as well. But it's so much we have within you is that you're a beautiful person. You have a big heart, and I even tell you, when you have a big heart, you make yourself an easy ass target. And sometimes you gotta focus on like, hey, it's not just protect your heart, but it's have to start focus on you. I always have to put your oxygen mask on first when things start getting crazy. Because if you can't take care of you with your big heart, you can't take care of other people. So, you know, I say, as a overall, I'm telling you, if introducing you like I'm introducing you now, I'm like, man, this is my sister, this is my love, this is like, I can't remember us having an argument. You know what I mean? Ever having an argument, and it's just even if like our disagreements are just like, it's whatever. We always come to that point where it's okay. And I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for all the things that you continue to accomplish. You know, even when sometimes I tell you something, and I know I'm the younger one. Okay, I may tell you some things that you may not agree with sometimes.
My little big brother.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that quite a bit from little big cousins, from other people too, and little big brother all around. But I wouldn't.
But you're also one of my best friends.
Yeah, it's same, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I still have photos from us, and like you and me and Aaron, one of my favorite photos on it was my graduation, his graduation party. Was that the day? Yeah, we both was at your job. That's one of my favorite photos, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a blessing to have people like that in your life. You know, that's one thing to say. If something ever happens, we're here for you. Just like we're talking now. We have these type of conversations all the time, you know. And it was I hate when people do little reaction videos or fake text messages and like, what would y'all do in this situation? Because I'm like, this stuff actually happened. You don't have to make fake stuff to show it, but it was kind of like this guy, he was going through some stuff emotionally, and he was torn up, and he called his baby mom. Somebody died. He was close to a friend, and he called this girl he was dating. The girl didn't come to his rescue immediately, dropped what she was doing, and blase, blase, blase. I can see you this the conversation I saw on Facebook, but I said you don't want to put your emotional weight on one person. All your emotional weight on if you have a bad day, it's like me coming home to my wife and like, oh, I had a bad day. I'm just gonna pour it all on you and just expect you just to uplift that and hold that. No, I don't do that. I'm because I understand. I've been a caseworker. I know how they can operate. I don't know what she's going through with her day, but how I operate, I have a team of people that, hey, I'm gonna drop a little bit on you. I'm gonna drop a little bit on you. I'm gonna drop a little bit on you. I need all y'all to help me carry this. And you know what? When you're going through something, I can help you carry yours as well. That's how we can. And you're one of those people that I know you can call me, and I can call you when something's going on. So and that's what you call support. So you're one of my main support members of my team, and we and it's one of these things that I teach more people. Yeah, all this and hold on, what's the other one? You know, this would be the heart too. Like, but it's all those things that's beautiful to have, and I say I'm blessed to have it because I know a lot of people don't have that. So it's something good that we come from my grandparents, you know, having connections, and I'm looking forward to having an episode because I'm trying to probably go. I know it's not no try because it's already in action. Put a series together and have all family members, and we have a discussion with us. Because when we start seeing where we come from and how our family looks and how other families looks, I think that's important. And because you'll be surprised. I've learned some things tonight, you know, and it's just the makers of Angela, you know, like, and you'll be surprised when we're able to share. Same thing, vice versa. When you heard my makers of me, you found some things about me you did not know, you know, and I'm telling you, when I able to get Shanae and Tanya and Carlos and, you know, even Mark in the future, and when I start including the younger folks into it as well, it's like even with Trenton, like a lot of stuff I didn't know with Trenton. Like it's all these things we're learning about each other.
So, the makers of you, I think, is vitally important.
Mm-hmm.
Vitally important. Even within podcast world, of course,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You want to know who you're interviewing, you want to know who you're talking to, you want others to get comfortable in knowing who they're listening to when the full blown setup happens. You know, when you actually ask them the stuff in reference to the
Yeah,
podcast,
the topics and stuff.
the
Yeah,
topics is that person is already, people got an idea of who this person is that's talking.
that's exactly why I do it. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So that's good for that world, but it also set a precedence too of who I was with you when I heard you. When I heard yours, I was like, oh my God. No, he did. That's why he acted like that.
Oh
That's why
yeah,
he
yeah.
that's why he did that. And then I mean, and then of course other life experiences that didn't take place in your actual making. You and same with me. I didn't
Yeah,
mention a lot of stuff that has happened within my world
yeah.
that you are well aware of, and you may have expected me to say it, but it didn't bother me or didn't impact me.
Because it's your story, and you
Yeah,
tell your story how you want to be, how you want it to be told,
yeah,
and that's what I'm huge on. And I know when I interview other people, like they open up about some things that they did. They say their family they have never told their family. They don't know nothing about it, but they felt comfortable enough to open up to me about it. And it's like,
wow.
wow, thank you. But I'm also a big component of therapy and counseling. Okay. That's one thing. And even like I'm about to start going back again, and it doesn't hurt. And but even in our family, we know it's now, it's
Yeah.
okay to have Jesus and therapy. That's what I always say. Those two things can go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But
Oh, and
same
for
thing
some
with
reason, I think I'm the therapist of the family and probably need it the most.
you ain't though. Oh, but so you ain't. And that's the thing. That's what goes back to that support. We got a lot of shit going on in our family, okay? A whole lot. And when you try to, and this
Seen and
and
unseen,
we ain't
both.
got to say all this other stuff, but I done
Yeah,
told you, you can't put yourself right there because you go burn out. It's
yeah.
going to happen. It's paid professionals that's here to take that on. This is volunteer work. Even when my volunteer work, okay, I got to take a break, y'all. I'll come back to it in a moment. It's okay. It is
And it's
absolutely
true.
okay.
Pressure indeed busts pipe.
Oh
Pressure.
yeah. Absolutely. Don't let anybody tell you that different. So, and once again, take care. Like, well, I've had therapists come on the show. I'm gonna send you the link for the one with the two therapists, black women to come on, and therapists go to therapy. So if you do therapist of the family, what you think you need?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm telling you. And you'd be surprised how it turn you around and make you it's so helpful. It's so helpful.